Hey guys, it's your girl P back again with another video. What is going on? Lots of crazy energy this month in April. Let's see, what is happening astrologically right now? So right now, if you're a fixed sign like me, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, or Aquarius, today is April 25th and we are finally ending a 7-year cycle that started in 2018 of chaos and instability. So I totally relate to this. Being a Leo sun and Scorpio rising, I have 2 fixed signs on my big 3. So if you have any of those signs in your chart, you're resonating with that. Maybe the last 7 years you've constantly gone up and down as far as your stability goes, financially, romantically, physically, emotionally, mentally, all of it, right? I know that I definitely relate to that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting energy that we're going into, because I can tell you today, for some reason, like I was supposed to do my monthly market today and I just kept feeling this pull, like, no, just rest on that day. And there was a part of me that was like, oh my gosh, if I don't go and do my market, I'm going to miss out on money. And then something else just said, no, don't worry, honey, it's coming. So when I found out what was going on, the fact that this has to do with Uranus going into Gemini, right? I realized, I'm like, oh, yeah, my body is resetting. Like, I literally felt like I needed to recharge today. So if you are feeling like that and you're a fixed sign, or have a fixed sign, sun, moon, rising, right? Then yeah, just know this is the beginning of so many more better days to come, because I'm ready. I am tired of feeling like I'm constantly in survival mode in every aspect of my life. So anyway, let's get into it. This is going to be a reading for connections and separation. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can visit me at my new website, stan.store/behappybegood. It's all right here, where you can book a personal one-on-one reading with me, a personal one-on-one Reiki session, and so much more. Okay, so think of a person and let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, so I have the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Cups in reverse here. Okay, so I think what's going on right now for some of you, I do think that as far as this connection goes, I do think that a lot of people are focusing more on the financial aspects of their life. I feel like a lot of people right now are being challenged by their independence and whether or not they have the capability of doing that. I'm kind of feeling that there is this energy that is being broken right now. The ideal of needing to be in a partnership in order to feel financially stable, I feel like that's being broken right now. And for some of you, if this message resonates, again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't ever make a reading fit that's online. I feel like you're starting to see that you are capable of being financially stable on your own, and it's not really about needing to be with a partner or this particular partner to feel that sense of stability, like you're feeling that. So it's really interesting that, especially if you're a fixed sign and you're resonating, with everything that's going on with the planets right now, this might be for you. I do feel like this King of Cups in reverse energy, though, I did think that there's been a little bit of some heavy energy that kind of relates to this financial, feeling that's going on. Like, I feel like some people are just not happy with what they're doing for work, right? And I think that it's just this feeling of realizing that not all money is good money, right? And I think that, okay, maybe you are finally finding that sense of independence, but are you truly happy? Because that's what I feel is like very conflicting energy. It's like, okay, I'm finally getting this financial security that I maybe was lacking in my relationship or the connection with this person. And I'm finally getting that for myself, but I'm still not happy. I'm still not, like, I feel like it's more so you're not doing what your actual life purpose truly is. And many of us are stuck in limbo right now, where it's like, I really want to take the leap of faith and do what I need to do, but I have all these bills that I need to pay. So that's what I feel like as far as this connection that you're thinking of is going. I do think I have the 8 of Swords here and the 9 of Wands. Okay, I do feel like this sense of heavy energy and heavy moodiness is also bringing in a lot of negative thoughts. Okay, there's a lot of this feeling of feeling very restricted, feeling like you're not able to move forward. Okay, and I do think that it's something that will pass, but as of right now, it just feels like it's stagnant. It feels like, okay, I'm doing everything I need to do, but I still want this connection to flourish. I still want this to be what I want. I still want to have everything that I want, right? The Nine of Wands, what I feel with this is, this is an energy of needing to be persistent and needing to be courageous and needing to, you know, set your boundaries, but also like push your boundaries, if that makes sense. Okay. So it's like, if something is not working for you anymore, and it could be in terms of this connection, but I'm also feeling in terms of what you're doing as far as like your financial aspect, right? Because this is what I'm feeling is coming out in this connection for whatever reason. I feel like the parties that are involved in this connection are both in alignment in the fact that they're both trying to figure out what their life purpose is and how they can be abundant doing that, right? But there's still this pull towards each other, but there's almost like this feeling of, if we get intermingled with this connection, are we going to jeopardize what our purpose is? Are we jeopardizing what like my actual financial goals are? Do we match that? That's like something that I'm feeling like, that's what I'm feeling really, really strongly for whoever this resonates with, right? I'm just getting this feeling of balancing, like being able to balance work, but also being able to balance love and relationships, right? And this relationship is still very much like very, very heavy in your energy, but I do think that it sometimes brings distractions when it comes to like building your business or building what you're doing for your career. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. I do have the Justice card here, and that's where I'm kind of feeling like that sense of balance. I do feel like, right now everything just doesn't feel like it's in place. Everything kind of feels like mixed up, like discombobulated, you know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling right now, because that's what I literally am feeling right now. Like I feel like there's just a lot of confusion and a lot of stagnant energy. Like, where is this going? Where am I going? Like, I'm not happy at work and I'm not happy with my love life and I want everything to change, but I don't know how to do it. That's the energy that I feel really strong right now. We're going to move into Oracle, okay? All right, let's see what the Oracle cards have to say to us. Okay, I have detachment. Okay, I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. I still think this is interesting because I still think that this energy is really something that the parties in this connection are still trying to learn. It's the art of detachment, not relying on what the outcome of the situation is going to be. Because right now I feel like there's so much confusing energy that you have no idea where it's going. And that is bothering some of you guys. The other card that came out is the Hope card. Okay, I haven't given up on us yet. So I know that this connection is still lingering in the back of your mind, but there's so many other aspects to your life that I feel like are coming to the forefront because it's necessary that you deal with it, right? And I really do feel like, again, it has a lot to do with that financial stability, the sense of like being able to feel independent, and also just being happy doing what you're doing every single day, like so that it doesn't feel like a job. And I feel like a lot of you guys that are resonating with this message don't necessarily want to move forward with this connection until you have that. I'm kind of hearing like, until my ducks are in a row, right? But for some of you, I feel like you do have the ability to get your ducks in a row with this person because they're also doing the same thing. So why not do it together? That's also something that's coming through too. So let's see what else we got. We're going to pull from a different Oracle deck and let's see what else we get. Okay, clarifying messages for this collective that is watching. Release. I feel like a lot of these cards are repetitive. Every time I do this reading, they're usually within like once a month or so, because I cycle out which readings I do, right? And I feel like when it comes to this particular connection and separation, it is very similar energy that comes out. Okay. The release, I have the release card, I have heal, and I have master. Okay. This is all healing energy to me. This is all energy of somebody shedding the old and trying to manifest the new. Okay. This to me, this feels like detaching, letting things go, right? What we got earlier, detachment, right? This is what I'm feeling is happening. There's still a lot of people that are in the middle of their healing. They're in the middle of this intense transition in their life, right? And everything, like I said, feels really confusing or really stagnant. Like things are not progressing, but things are not like bad at the same time, if that makes sense. Like everything's fine, but it's also not moving forward fast enough for many of us, right? And I do feel like, again, why would I feel like this reading, it has a lot to do with a little bit of everything in your life, but this relationship kind of circles around this too, okay? Because what I feel with what's happening with both parties is that you guys are on this healing journey. You guys are trying to break these patterns, break these cycles, break these chains that have been linked to you for decades, for generations. Like you're trying to do things a little different, okay? And some of you, if you are in connection, in communication in this connection, and you're talking with this person and you're seeing that both of you are kind of on the same page, you're gonna see that it's like we are very similar. We are going through this together, you know? Because in the end, this is a heart connection and this is something that you guys both want. But again, there's also that heavy feeling of, I just want my ducks in a row first, right? I want to make sure that I can provide what I need to provide financially, emotionally, mentally, like all of it, right? I feel like a lot of people just feel like they're just not where they want to be and they don't feel good enough. That's an energy that I feel too. There's this feeling of just, and I feel like it's something that's not spoken about. It's not expressed verbally, but I do feel like a lot of people just feel like they are not in the position to give you what you want, or vice versa. You can't give them what they want, right? And I just feel like there's this feeling that's coming through that that's not even what the case is. Like it's not even about what you have, what you don't have. This person and you feel what you feel for each other because it's beyond the physicalities of this world, right? It has nothing to do with the money you bring in. It has nothing to do with what your status is in your career. And I feel like that is what I'm getting. Like a lot of people just don't feel like they're equipped to be in this connection, right? And I feel like that's kind of silly because you could be missing out on an opportunity here, right? You could be working together on growing together, on getting to where you want to be together, right? It doesn't have to be in separation like this. Some of you are choosing it because it's a little easier than trying to make it work with this person, because it brings up so many intense feelings and so many triggers of wounds that have not fully healed yet, okay? So a couple other cards that came, change your focus. Okay, so what I feel is I feel like Spirit is trying to say, change the perception of what you're feeling right now. So if you're resonating with what I'm saying, what I'm feeling, what's coming out in this message, then maybe this is your sign to change your perception of not feeling good enough, not feeling like you have anything to offer this person, or vice versa, right? Because I do feel like both parties are literally going through the same thing. You guys are mirroring each other right now. So why not work together? Okay, especially those that are in communication and you're talking and you're currently exploring your connection, but you're not quite committed yet, right? I feel like you can do this together, but you have to make that decision mutually, right? So I do think that this is going to take a conversation, okay? A much deeper conversation than, maybe what you're accustomed to or what you have been talking about lately, okay? The other card that came out, there's a lot of fives in this reading too. So 5 is that change number. It's a number of change, okay? Transformation, that's what I'm feeling. Feeling alone, okay? I just feel like, again, it feels like you're stuck, you're stagnant. You see it. You see what you want. You see that it's within reach. And I mean, like, this is everything, okay? This is career, life purpose, relationship, all of that, right? You see it within reach, but you have no idea how to get there. There's this energy of feeling like I'm stuck, I'm stagnant, what do I do? And I just feel like collectively that is just what's happening right now. But it does not mean that you're not going to get there, because that's not what I'm feeling, because we got this hope card, okay? I do feel like this is all going to come together, including the relationship. So everything, I just feel like a lot of us are super stressed about many, 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 many things, right? This relationship is kind of sort of on the forefront, like I said, but it's not, it's like kind of on the back burner. You're like, okay, I know at some point I'm going to have to deal with it, but I just don't know like when. And right now I'm like, I don't want to deal with it, right? But it's still there. It still lingers. It's lingering between both of you, both parties. So I say, you guys just need to talk to each other and maybe start having these conversations of like, how can we help each other? How can we take our connection to the next level where I can be supportive to you and you can be supportive for me? And even if it's just somebody listening, maybe you don't necessarily want someone to give you advice, you just want them to listen. That's something you need to communicate, right? Because I do feel like this stagnant energy has a lot to do with not being able to express yourself emotionally. It feels like, especially because you're in a connection and separation and it's not quite committed, right? So I do feel the next step is going to be communicating with your partner and seeing like where they stand as far as emotionally being supportive for you and the idea of you being supportive for them.